Yeah, boy.
All right, what's up, everybody? Welcome to Crypto Zombies in the house. We got Chris, we got Mark, we got Human.
Where's Chris?
Oh, he's
He's here in spirit.
He's in row. Exactly. And Bryn. So, guys, really jazzed to have Mark Fidelman here today. So we're going to be talking a little bit about DeFi, a lot of movement in the market. And Mark's also a LinkedIn top voice and dear friend of Nikki Estes. So, Mark, welcome to the show.
Oh, I appreciate it. Thank you guys for having me.
Welcome. We're excited to have you. Can you give us a little bit of your background?
Yeah, I mean, essentially, I've been in marketing and sales my entire career, and then into mostly technology companies, crypto, now tokenization and AI. So I just follow the trends, apparently.
Nice. Or maybe they follow you.
Yeah, it could be. Yeah.
Where are you from originally? Where were you raised? Where do you live now?
Originally raised in Minnesota, and then now I'm in Newport Beach, California.
Where in Minnesota? My dad's from White Bear Lake.
Edina. Oh, White Bear Lake. Yeah, I've been to White Bear Lake maybe once. These aren't big towns, by the way, but I'm from Edina.
Oh, well, you know, they say that there's over 10,000 lakes in Minnesota. There's actually closer to 20,000, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, and it's prime mosquito breeding ground. So that's not a claim to fame that we should be talking about.
On the show a while ago, we had Pablos Holman, who created a device that shoots lasers at mosquitoes.
And it works.
Yeah.
What if like the laser misses, though, and hits a person?
Exactly.
Pablos never misses.
Well, let's talk about your role as CMO of Smart Blocks.
Yeah.
You're blending blockchain infrastructure compliance, AI-enabled compute. What's the toughest friction point you encounter when trying to marry these three domains: tokenization, blockchain, and AI compute?
Really, it's just compliance, regulation, and education. It's not like they're teaching this stuff in school, right? You have to purposely seek this information out to really understand it. I mean, people are using ChatGPT. People are using blockchain, and whether they know it or not, but getting them all three in one bucket for somebody to understand is a major challenge.
So who's your sort of mentor? Who do you talk to when you can't figure something out? What YouTube videos are you watching?
He looks in the mirror.
Oh, is that what
I mean, a lot of it's trial and error. But it's YouTube videos. You know who's really good right now is ChatGPT. He's really good at, okay, I have this issue I'm trying to figure out. Please walk me through the steps and who are the right people to follow or ask. And it just does. I mean, that's the power of AI, isn't it?
In terms of those chatbots, are you a ChatGPT fan? Perplexity, Gronk? Do you use them all?
I do use them all for different reasons, depending on what it is that I'm doing. You know, marketing wise, I still go with ChatGPT. Perplexity is good at, some research type of things, but now ChatGPT is getting good at research. So it's a tough one. I just try them all.
Oh, you do? Okay.
Yeah.
We haven't done this in a while. Oh, okay. So before we started the show, Bryn and I were talking about crypto right now. Mm-hmm. And Bryn was saying the markets are all down. Is that Bryn, what's your theory behind that?
I don't have a theory. I'm here to learn, actually. I have no idea why the market's down. It might be the government shut down or something else. But maybe Mark does.
I know a little bit what's going on. A lot of the whales have extracted, large chunks out of Bitcoin. So it's maybe kind of signaled. I don't know, Mark, are you seeing something similar?
Yeah, I mean, let's face it. I mean, the whales are the ones that kind of control this thing. And if you know of one, it's good to be friends with them if you want to invest in crypto. I'm not a huge crypto investor anymore just because of market manipulation. But, I can see what's going on.
Well, what are you investing in right now?
For me, it's tokenized projects, stocks, and pre-IPOs. Like Ripple is a big holding of mine.
Oh, nice.
What's the first one you said? Tokenized what?
Tokenized assets like gold mines or commercial real estate projects. Really anything of value that I find is going to go up in the future. Not like the tokenized bonds that BlackRock's doing. The yield's too low. I'm still kind of a crypto guy at heart with those, large expectations. But I've tempered them because, 500% overnight isn't something you want to get involved in, like a meme coin.
So for the people tuning in right now, who are like crypto developers or early investors in tokenized assets? What are like some good entry points you recommend? Should someone learn smart contract standards?
No.
Or focus on understanding regulation?
Don't even pay attention to tokenization. Just pay attention to the underlying asset. So if it's commercial real estate, know commercial real estate. And if it's a gold mine or a Rolex watch, whatever the heck it is, just understand the underlying value. Tokenization is just a better way to turn something into security and sell it around the world. That's it.
Got it. Well, Chris Kelly has joined us. Thank you for being here, Chris. What up, Chris? All right, now that Chris is here, let's talk about the stuff that really matters. Let's talk about the way Trump 2.0 is approaching crypto versus the way Gary Gensler did it. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, Gary is an interesting fellow, right? I mean, this is a guy that was pro-crypto, then anti-crypto, and then would not provide clarity for anyone in the industry. He was so disruptive to the U.S. that we almost lost our ability to lead in this space, and it's doubtful that we are still. When you see countries like Dubai and parts of Europe taking lead, but hopefully we get that back. You know, we've got the Clarity Act coming up, which will do substantial. Will help us substantially in the market because it'll allow institutional investors to get in. And once they're in, and they already are with JP Morgan and BlackRock, once they're in, we're going to see a huge uptick in all this. As far as Trump getting on board, I think he did it because the crypto industry loves him. And he saw an opportunity to move the U.S. forward and get away from maybe some of the, let's just call it nefarious forces that are still in the financial sector globally.
Actually, can we talk about that real quick? So
Sure.
obviously there's been a big outflow of capital in the crypto space, and especially in the last week or so. Do you think that this there's going to be a bottoming out? You think there's some folks that are saying there's going to be a capitulation? It's tough to know when to invest, right? Because when everybody's scared, that's when they say it's a good time to invest. But also it could follow further, and maybe a lot of the capital that fuels the rebound is maybe not so hot. So how are you thinking about this?
Well, I mean, I look back at all of the market dips and climbs with Bitcoin, especially, and I'm like, it's going back up. I mean, this is not. Everyone gets so fearful during these times, but it's going to go up. It's like if you're trying to time the bottom of something like Bitcoin, good luck. There's no fundamentals to look at. It's pure faith and a future outlook that everybody in the industry is looking for. But you can bet it's going to go up, and you can bet the whales are going to take advantage of it or cause it to go back up. One of the two. So I'd be if you have whale friends, I'd be very close to them.
We got one right here.
Well, tell us, Chris. Tell us.
The digital asset treasury, sort of boom that has happened obviously drove a lot of demand and sort of spiked things a little bit. And now there's some skepticism in the marketplace. But I mean, I've lived through, 4 crypto winners already, and they've been all much worse than things look like.
Right? Way worse.
So yeah, it's a Bitcoin's below 100,000. It's below 100,000. Like it's at 92,000. Like it might fall to 80,000. It's like if you said that 2 years ago, everyone would be like, oh my god, it's gonna quadruple in price. So yeah, it's and Ethereum, where I spend some more time, and I do work in Bitcoin, but I work in Ethereum, and we're looking at some other interesting alternatives now. But I think it's a great time to be investing and getting ready for the next run.
Well, since we're go ahead, please.
Well, I was gonna say, I remember when it hit 60,000, and then it went right back down to like 12 or 11.
I think it did get that low.
Yeah.
And Ethereum went from from 5,000 to 4,800 to like 1,200, and
everyone's like panicking, and
exactly.
It's
all over, and it's like
skyrocketed from there.
It's not.
Well, let's stick with Chris here. On the blockchain side, there's some firms like Alchemy. They've become dominant developers, and then you've got Smart Block, which is you. And how do you guys fit into that landscape? Are you complementary? Are you competitors?
Well, no, I look at them as kind of the plumbing, and we we are just architects designing skyscrapers on top of that plumbing, but we're compliant. We're tokenizing these things, and we're definitely not competing with them. We're adding floors that they didn't build, to stick with the analogy. Compliance, investor onboarding, and liquidity. So it's the same stack, but these are just different layers.
And is Alchemy your preferred place to build these skyscrapers?
Not really.
Where do you like to go?
I mean, for me, I like securitized. I like just building directly on top of Ethereum. With our own infrastructure. It just depends on the project, really.
Yeah, I see. All right, listen, Chris is working on first of all, have you invested in any coins?
Me?
Yeah, you.
Couldn't be. I am Mr. Coin. What do you mean?
ICOs, which is pretty impressive.
Yeah, exactly.
He has.
Oh yeah, seven successful ICO. Mark, can you tell us a little bit about your ICO background? I mean, you're generating over $1 billion in revenue in the space too.
Yep. Now I'm old. Might not look that old, but I am old. I started a long time ago in crypto. So yeah, the ICOs, they were happening on a weekly basis for a while there. I don't know if you guys remember 2017, 2018. It was almost like the late 90s with IPOs. So I was involved in a number of them. And it was a fantastic time to be in crypto, but honestly, there was just like the late 90s with IPOs, there was a lot of things that should never have been tokenized, ICO'd.
Yeah. Yep. All right. Well, Chris is about to launch something. I want him to pitch it to you, and I want you to tell us what
Let's
you
hear it. Yeah.
So we've been working on an athlete coin that's going to be backed by stakes in sports teams. I've got a couple of partners who have stakes in other teams in other leagues, and some expert finance folks that we've been working with out of New York, and some private equity boutique funds to put together a treasury company to get it started, and then we have an operational play where individual athletes will be able to sell their own coin. As meme coin, collectible, no question about it. But the parent coin that it will roll up into and eventually be exchangeable with will be fungible and exchangeable with Bitcoin and Ethereum and every stable coin you can imagine and everything else on Uniswap and everything else. So that's where we'll build towards. We're doing it very carefully, and the exchange of the meme coin has to be run extraordinarily well, and with a whole bunch of rules around how people sort of expose and trade, and how they keep the initial monetary the sales that they generate. But we're excited to roll it out probably first of the year, it looks like, at this point.
So is that going to the moon?
Yeah, is this going to work? Is this going to work out? How was that pitch?
Well, most meme coins don't, but I do like this as a collectible. But what happens with the collectible meme coins? Can you exchange them for something?
You'll be able to exchange them for athlete coin, for the fungible tradable coin.
Okay,
and that is a process that we will control, but then obviously we won't control. It'll be free floating. The overall value and the market cap of that will be backed by stakes in teams, is our plan.
Okay, so we'll be the athlete coin. The athlete coin's a security, yes, but the meme coin obviously is not. And I don't know enough. I'm not an attorney. I know a lot about the legal side of things. I don't know if the meme coin to security token you'll have an issue with. But I like it as long as it's exchangeable for something of value. The collectible's great. We've shown that NFTs work, but we've also shown that meme coins and NFTs don't work depending on what it is.
Right.
So I like the exchange, though, if you can make that happen without going through a huge security compliance issue.
Yep, we're working on it right now. So
let's look down the road 3 to 5 years from now. What's your big vision for tokenized compute and tokenized real assets? Will there be a shift in asset ownership and access, liquidity? What excites you the most? Yeah,
here's the beautiful thing, right? You and I can't own a piece of a data center, but we all know that compute. The need for compute is going to go up 1,000x. You can ask any industry AI leader. And so the demand's going to happen. There's not enough data centers. There's certainly not enough power. So when we tokenize compute, we're saying, let's let you own a piece of this. And we all know it's going up. But like I said, none of us can get involved unless we own a data center. We don't have the money for that. We're not Google. We're not Amazon. There's smaller ones that are going to appear in cities around the country that you can own a piece of. And so this isn't necessarily an ownership in the data center. It is an ownership of the compute, and the compute is what powers AI, right? So you have a NVIDIA chip. It produces compute. You have another layer, without getting too technical, another layer that processes that and it makes it more efficient. And then that's sold off to large companies or small companies in the form of compute. And that cash flow is what you're tokenizing. And the price for compute now has been pretty steady, but going down slightly. But we know with the big demand that's coming, that compute's going to rise, and your ability to profit from it is something that we all want everyone to be able to participate in. So it's a kind of a new kind of security.
So since we know that there's going to be such a large demand for compute, why do you think SoftBank just liquidated all of their holdings and put it into OpenAI? This is kind of a surprise, no?
Well, OpenAI uses compute, but OpenAI has got a lot of different things they're doing. A big bet on AGI. Whoever hits AGI first is going to be $1 trillion company, if not multiple trillions. And if you guys are familiar with AGI, that is the motto. That is the mission statement of OpenAI, by the way. Did you guys know that? Yeah. I mean, it's incredible.
Crazy. It's like if you think like these engineers are building the thing that's going to replace them for like research development.
Well, I mean, we're going to build the jobs that open up from that, and I've done some videos on this, are going to be amazing, better paying, but they're going to go to the ones that have been following this AI, using AI, and understand how to leverage it. There'll be two types of winners in this new economy. One that's building the AI infrastructure, right? And we're doing compute. The others are going to be people that adopt and get ready for these new jobs that are going to happen.
Your competition for the next generation of jobs is not AI. It's a person who knows how to use AI
and leverage it. I mean, imagine when the robots come, the blue collar guys are out of business as well. It'll take 5-10 years, but imagine you and I being able to control an army of robots to build homes or whatever it is, whatever you want to do. That's going to be kind of the future in the way to think about these things is how do I leverage it, not how do I compete against it.
So speaking of which, there's two general camps that people fall into, right? Like the AI is a normal technology trajectory, and then AGI 2027, which kind of says it's coming up sooner. It's going to have, just remarkable impacts in every sector of society. Do you think this is going to be a longer kind of play out, or do you think we're right around the corner from something big?
God, if I had that crystal ball. There's some people that say AGI is not going to happen for 5 to 10 years. Others say 2026. I mean, Elon Musk is saying we're going to partial AGI, whatever that means, in 2026. I would just average them all and say AGI in 5 years. I would just say that.
So my former company Meta, there's been quite a battle going on lately where for sort of folks who use LLMs primarily to get towards AGI have won over the skepticism of a senior scientist who's now left and founded his own company. Jan LeCun, has left Facebook, and now
that's big news.
It is, yeah. So it's he's got a new company that's going to focus on the next generation because I think he fundamentally got to the point where he thinks that LLMs are not going to actually deliver AGI.
No, they're not. They can't because AGI has got to experience life in order. I don't want to get too far down the road here, but it needs to have a body or a way of experiencing life in order to mimic and be humanistic. And so that's the type of thing that's gonna work. It's like training a toddler, but that toddler lives in the real world, and maybe it's on robots that have all these special kind of feelings. But without getting too complicated, there's got to be multiple feedback loops and trial and error and experimentation, just like a toddler, if we want to go for AGI. ASI is a different story.
So no, go ahead, Mark, please.
Well, AGI is just, you got to be humanistic. I mean, you have to have something human-like in order to experience it and learn from it and be able to develop it. Otherwise, you'll never be able to relate to the things that we're all good at.
So it sounds like maybe you're referring to world models, which has been popularized recently by Fei-Fei Li. Also, Fefe, if you're listening to this, we'd love to have you on the show.
Absolutely.
Maybe he will now. Send him this.
Fefe will, and we'll see if we can get LeCun, and we'll ask Grant.
Yeah. So maybe these world models like she's pioneering, and maybe Jan is maybe that could be the direction where he's headed as well. Is going to be how much do you know about world models, and why do you think that this could be a better direction than LLMs?
Only a little bit about world models, but I liken it to this. If you remember Good Will Hunting, you guys watch that movie? Where the therapist is talking to Will Hunting, and he's saying, yeah, you read all about this in books, but you never experienced it. You have no clue what real life's about, right? Do you remember that scene?
Mm-hmm.
That's exactly what LLMs are. They read text. That's it. They read text and they try to make sense of it, but there's no human emotion. There's no humanistic qualities of it. It's just reading text and trying to predict, what it is it should do or feel or what have you. It's damn good. I mean, it's pretty good, but you're not going to get to AGI until you, I guess, have I'd like to learn more about these world models, but unless you have a way of interpreting the world from a human point of view.
It sounds like Jan says that cats are smarter than
right. Yeah, it's like current LLMs are about as smart as a house cat. That's what he.
Especially Chris's cat.
One of the things he's best at. And my cat is really smart, but
yeah. Mark, in terms of what Trump is doing with crypto right now, if you were sitting in a room with him, what would you like to change? What would you suggest he adjusts?
A lot of people might not like this, but David Sachs, I trust David. I don't know if you know any of you know him.
Yeah, Chris is friends.
Yep.
Yeah, the Clarity Act's going to make it a lot better if they pass what I've seen. The early drafts, just be able to distinguish between a security and a non-security. But in terms of crypto, they should have some very tight, strict rules around it so that all the scammers are less likely to scam. We have scams in Wall Street. Let's face it. How many pyramid schemes have we seen?
Banks. I mean, look, most money
absolutely
done through U.S. banks now. I mean, it's a problem everywhere. It's not just all of the misstatements about crypto being the source of a lot of these things are just empirically wrong.
Yeah, they get more press because it's new and shiny, and they get a lot more views. So take all that out and clarify it and let people know here's a security, here's not a security, here are the rules for crypto. You have to register or don't register, whatever it is. But I am 100% positive, and we even have Larry Fink agreeing that tokenization is going to take over all of it, the old financial system. In part, I think crypto, the parts that are more securities than not securities. And we'll see a move more to tokenization than crypto. Crypto will still be useful in some things like meme coins. I love it. As long as they're, not a scam. I look at crypto meme coins as kind of like airline points. As long as you can exchange it for something or there's a real value to it, a utility value to it, then they're great. I mean, I love them.
That's a perfect time. Do you want to pitch Zombie Coin?
All right. So when people come to you and say, hey, I want to do a coin, do you just immediately roll your eyes or do you listen to the pitch?
I mean, if it's a crypto coin, yeah, I kind of roll my eyes. If it's a tokenization, backed by assets, I love it. It just depends. I mean, you got to really think out the tokenomics on these things. I mean, you have so much competition. How many coins have been minted? Over 1 million? You have a lot of competition. So you either better have a huge base or you're working with a lot of influencers and have a successful track record. Because if you look at the history of these meme coins in crypto, there haven't been a lot that have really gone up over time.
Yeah. Oh, did you get the thing ready, Bryn? How's Trump's coin?
I can look it up for you right now.
Yeah.
I have no idea how Trump.
Yeah, you own any Trump coin or Melania coin, Mark?
No, the only way I'd get involved in these things, which would technically be illegal, I think, was if I got in early. And I knew it was going to happen, and then I just dumped.
The only way that you can get into that room with Trump is to buy the Trump meme coin.
Utility. I've heard Trump has made over $5 billion in the last.
I'm sure.
Couple years,
and most of that's World Liberty Financial, and there was actually an excellent piece in 60 Minutes about the financing of the World Liberty Financial stable coin and how it was used as to buy a piece of Binance, and then lo and behold, CZ got pardoned quickly thereafter.
It's not.
Yeah.
Mark,
Well,
are you aware of all this?
But don't you think CZ was a little railroaded though?
Yes, actually, I do. At the end of the
Yeah.
day, that there was there were certainly some things that Binance has done that are harmful to U.S. national security, and that. But I don't think that CZ, generally speaking, wanted to operate a criminal enterprise, and that was not the object of it. There's a reason that Binance is bigger than Coinbase globally today, and substantially bigger than Binance, than Coinbase. It has been a very successful business in most locations. Is run legitimately in most places, and there's been problems around the margins, and they may have looked at taken a blind eye to some of them for a while, which is problematic, obviously, and technically criminal in a number of different cases. But yeah, he was a target. There's no question about it.
Well, yeah, he was made to be an example, but I look at our lack of clarity in terms of what a security was and wasn't, and how to do KYC, and I call bullshit on everything that he was charged with, only because I am positive, I know for a fact, Binance has asked for clarity around all these things.
Yes. No, and I know for a fact that they were trying to recruit very senior U.S. regulators to help them with that.
Yeah.
As the process went along, and I do think that Coinbase has done this the best of, but they did the best they could, and they still got sued. Like after the SEC approves an S1 that says we're in this business,
unbelievable.
They still got sued. It was just a ridiculous waste
to try and understand the SEC at that level. We're all just floored. We were so happy.
Gary again? Is this Gary?
This is Gary. Yeah. This is Gary. And I'm close with the former chief legal officer of Uniswap, with with Paul at Coinbase, with all these people who are working this, and we're all sort of on crypto Twitter together. But it was just stunning at the time, and I as somebody who's worked in Democratic administrations, I just didn't understand where it came from. That was the
Biden get any of the blame of this or no?
Oh, of course he does.
Okay.
No, he signed off on it at the end of the day.
I don't know if Biden knew too much about it.
Fair enough.
But I will say, I feel like Gensler somehow was connected to old school, finance.
Yeah.
And there was a lot of pressure there from his cocktail buddies or something.
Have you met him? Do you guys know each other? Can you get him on our show?
No, but the irony of all ironies, isn't he working with like a crypto company now or something? I
think he's back at MIT, because he was teaching a crypto class through MIT before he was named as SEC chair. And and then I think that there was definitely sort of he was told by certain people on the cocktail circuit in DC that if he kind of ran the crypto sort of awful, I don't even know how to describe it at this point, but that he was setting himself up to be Treasury Secretary, and it's like he pissed that away, and in a whole bunch of different ways.
Maybe that was Elizabeth Warren.
Elizabeth Warren was one of the people who would normally be accused of that.
Let's take a quick look and see how Trump Coin's doing.
I'm not sure why we're looking at it
because
anyway,
I'm curious. For me, in case I want to invest.
It's for whom?
Human's a major holder.
Let's go ahead.
All right, hold on.
Is Human a major holder? All right, so it started off January, February was at 40.
Yeah, so when it's high as
about $45. Yeah, it's at 690.
694.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that was the right decision, Mark.
Kind of ironic. He started off at 45, and he was the 45th president.
Oh, I know, right? Hey, Mark.
I don't think it'll ever see 47.
Oh,
shots fired.
But maybe 48.
Oh my God. Right. He's coming back, everybody.
That's Steve. Yeah, Steve Bannon. We need to get Steve Bannon on the podcast for that.
I'm gonna get hate mail left and right.
Mark, you've got a few podcasts. I want you to tell us what your podcasts are about, and because we had a 4-minute prep call. 4 minutes.
Okay, 4 minutes. Yeah.
No. Remember you and I? We had a 4-minute prep call.
Yeah, no. I know. No problem. I mean, you guys are smart guys. So I've got two. One is around tokenization. One's around AI. Honestly, I use them to meet people. I also use them to educate myself. Like, I don't know all this stuff on my own. I've got to talk to experts like you guys and figure, and craft it and learn from it. And that makes me a better, more effective leader, I guess.
Oh, have you seriously learned anything from this show? Be honest, bro. Let me tell you anything.
I learned that Trump coin's down to $4.50.
All right, listen, this is our last show before Thanksgiving. And I'm curious, what's your Thanksgiving tradition? What do you do?
For me, my parents are getting older, so it's kind of shifted a lot, and now I'm just happy to see them alive and go visit them, and you know,
In Minnesota.
No. This is they live up in Sacramento, but
Okay.
on a serious note, you know, somebody once told me, I said, you know, how often do you see your parents? And I said, you know, maybe 3 or 4 times a year. I said, do you know that you probably are only going to see them 8 or 9 more times?
Yeah. Yep.
And it's like when you listen to that, you're like, oh, I better get up there more often or as often as I can, because I don't live in the same city. So that's my Thanksgiving tradition, is reconnecting with my parents, and you know, hopefully there's a few more that I get to see them.
You guys watch football? You play card games? What do you do?
Mainly chess. We're kind of geeks, and card games. Yeah, we're geeky.
Okay.
That sounds excellent. That sounds excellent.
Well, are you going to be in Sacramento on Thanksgiving?
No,
You guys can actually hang out.
Yeah, exactly.
Play chess.
We'll get you down to a game if you want to come by for a Kings
Do you
game.
like the Kings? Is that your favorite basketball team? You better say yes.
Well, you know, I lived in Boston, and once you're infected with Boston sports, they don't escape you. Yeah.
So the new owner of the Celtics actually lives in Atherton. So you know, it's so he's close by. He came up with us.
Brent, let's bring him.
Yeah, exactly. No, well, I'll have him. I'll hope he'll come by. And
Do the Kings play the Celtics in the regular
Oh
season?
yeah, absolutely.
Oh, okay.
There was, in fact, the week that they closed the deal, the initial segment of the deal, we had Bill and his wife come up with us to the game because we were playing the Celtics the following Monday. So, yeah, but I'm going to go down to my dad's place in San Diego. So
nice. Oh, I guess we're going around the room. All right, Nick, what are you doing? All right. Brent?
Oh, I am going on a cruise with my family.
Oh, that sounds awesome.
Yeah.
God, is it
Disney cruise?
It's gonna be it's like Princess
Princess
Cruise. It's
Cruise,
like
okay.
12 of us.
The Love
so
Boat.
it's
Nicer ones.
Yeah.
Dude, is it
It's all
just
about
you
the
guys and all
family.
old people? Be honest.
I love it, man.
It's just me and my mom. We're gonna go to one of her clients' homes in Hillsborough.
That's
So,
awesome.
Gonna watch football.
Nothing at the park, James.
Yeah. I'm so one of these days we're gonna have you up for a live show, Mark, and
Yep.
we do our live show from a hotel called the Park James in Menlo
We
Park.
had Human's birthday party
Menlo
there
Park, okay.
Saturday night,
Yeah.
and it was awesome. It was a banger.
Love it. Yeah, let me know.
Well, Mark, anything you want to address that we didn't cover at all on this show? Anything that you would like to talk about?
I mean, the only thing is, hey, if you're not using AI now, we're all going to lose our jobs here. Maybe even us podcasting eventually, because we can clone all this. But start leveraging it now. You'll thank me later. Stay on top of it. Make sure that you have a firm grasp of it, because these jobs that we have now are gone in 5 years.
Is there an entry point to learn about AI?
Yeah, I mean, I would just master as much as you can ChatGPT. Try some of the video if you're in marketing, whatever segment that you want to stay in. Robotics. My 20-year-old son goes to UCLA. I am focused on AI and robotics, nothing else. Ignore everything else. That's my advice to him.
That's pretty cool. They say 2026 is the year of robotics.
Okay.
Well, another home run show, everyone. Happy Thanksgiving. Nick, you want to take us out?
This has been fantastic. So, wanted to do a shout out to Stone AI Studios that hooked us up.
Yeah,
So-
thank you, Stone AI.
Exactly.
They do exactly what Mark said, which is they turn your ideas into film entirely through AI.
Incredible storytelling. So, shout out to Mark. Thank you so much for joining us, Mark. Mark, is there a website you'd like to plug while we're chatting here?
Smartblocks.xyz if you want to invest in tokenized projects.
Cool. And congrats on the LinkedIn Top Voice. Shout out to Nikki Estes, who's a mutual friend. Great to see you again. And thanks for joining. Until next time, everybody, take care of yourselves and take care of each other.
Thank you.